I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is May 21st, Tuesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day here. So let's make this quick. What did I tell you guys since last week? Friday, literally told you this exact same flow. So even yesterday, wasn't sure where we're going to go, but, Asia London started speakering out. Very nice price action and classic buy day. Can't get any fucking easier than that as far as if you are on the right side. But the idea of this video that I made on Friday was that when we're bullish, we want to see it keep flowing up, right? You want to see it higher highs and higher lows, very simply. So this video was made on Friday. Please show me anyone that did this fucking last week for you today, right? So again, I'm not trying to beat my chest, but the point is that you got to trust the process, man. So you got to watch these videos. You're sleeping if you're not watching the whole videos, but let's make this short. So in simple terms, right, what did we do? We opened up, Asia London speakered out, retraced for the wick of the day. Just take a look at the daily, man. Don't make this fucking complicating, right? Even though we understand that trading is complicating, we don't have to make it complicating. If it's a bullish day and it's a classic day, you expect it to retrace back. Well, we also sealed the previous, we sealed the imbalance that would have been, right? So we sealed all of Friday's price action and we bounced back off of, what the hell is going on here? Yeah, Friday's high. So between Friday and today, we opened up, we came down, we sealed that price on the daily. That was good enough. And these are also two down candles. Can't miss that, right? See, and you can see how we tapped the open of that. If I drag this out, you can see it on a time frame. You can see it on a lower time frame. Let me just do it all the way. I'm going to do this one all the way so we can make sure we understand. So we're tapping into those two down candles, right? Can't miss that. That's the open of it. And good level. Let's go into a smaller time frame so you can see it. But what also is very key here, I'm going to zoom in on this 4 hour real quick. What's very also important is that the breakout artists, when we pushed all the way through, look where we tested. Look where we came back. See this high right here? See how we just shot through? No, we didn't touch that 4 hour down candle. No, we missed it very slightly. Doesn't have to. But notice how we did touch this 4 hour candle, right? But again, we're also using the open of Thursdays. I'm sorry, the price action. Yes, the open of Thursday's candle, right? So in that sense, we would be talking about up here. See this right here? And we dip down in it. But really, if you take a look at this 4 hour imbalance, we do pretty much clean that up, right? So if you look at the body of this candle here, doesn't get hit. But this candle, the high of it, does get hit. So it's good enough. But in general speaking, let's go into it. So you'll see here that so this is the big daily down candle the open that's there, right? But you're gonna be refining that, of course, because you're not gonna be relying on that daily level. You want to get into that area, but to refine it, you want to take a look here. So when we open up, we already have this speaker formed here. Opens up, high, low, lower high, shoots down, wipes out everybody that was buying. Even came in. Now remember yesterday, if we have to watch yesterday's video so it makes sense, but we were saying that when we popped up above this high and we shot up, we did retrace back, right? And I said the price isn't going to come back, but that doesn't mean like forever. It means hopefully that you understand it. For while we're in this day in this price action, that's near term right now, right? So they popped up, they retraced, and they built liquidity there, bounced back up. Now we opened. Now when we opened, we're speakering out, right? We shoot down. We wipe out the buyers and all the people who so even though we came out, even though we broke out and we retested this level, but it's literally a support resistance perfect level, right? So a lot of basic traders, retail traders, are taking these buys. Yes, you can still be involved, but you have to understand that we're gonna attack that, right? Algorithm's gonna attack that, right? So what did they do? They came back in and coincidentally came right underneath this price action right here, right? It's a 5 minute, but you just watch yesterday's video, all these down candles right here, right? So that being the case, look at the 1 hour. Basically, we just came in and we refined it down to this 1 hour down candle. This 1 hour down candle was in charge, right, for that support area. So if you look on the 1 hour, we have sealed that completely, right? So there's no major imbalance here, right? They did what they needed to do. We're making higher lows. We're already massively bullish. I've said even yesterday, I'm like, they didn't get up here to then just fucking turn around and be bearish. No, we're trying to make new highs. They're trying to put new premium in price. We're trying to reach 19,000, 20,000. Like you get what I'm saying? Like they're not just fucking selling from here, even though you might would like that. But so when they retraced here, I did outline this daily just in case it was like really heavy or hot handed, that they would come and dump into here to then buy up, which then would complete like a speaker on the daily, which made sense, but they did not, right? So what did they do? What was enough for them was in between this daily candle right here, this imbalance in between here, which we sealed it up, right? So that was good enough for them. And what do we have? We have 930. 930 is fucking here. At 930 is not down here. It did not keep going down. Like you didn't get more structure, more flow with lower lows and lower highs, like coming down, right? So that would give you an indication of, okay, yeah, we're coming to take out some of this liquidity and then get into a deeper level. But we've already, take a look, we made a higher high, we made a higher low, we made this internal high and this internal higher low. Then we made up for a new higher high. So that leg right here, and then we retraced back, right? So this became support, and then boom, we made a new high today. And I fucking knew we would take that high, and I didn't hold the trade, though I couldn't. I was fucking done. But anyways, so you'll see here. Let me see if I can make this simple. Even if I just stay on this time frame, I'm just gonna stay on this time frame. But anyways, that 1 hour down candle. This is the 8 o'clock. This is the 8 o'clock candle a.m. Eastern time yesterday, New York, for Monday, right? So we're digging into that. So if you know where you are, that's half the battle, right? Number two, if you're staying on the right side of the market and you're trading that direction, that's the other half of this market, besides psychology. But that's all you need to win here, right? And if you're losing, then fucking turn around, go the other direction. You know what I mean? Like as simple as that sounds, but. So now we're in our zone here. Plus, I have an oversold area on the 5 minute, and the 5 minute is pretty dope. The reason why I like the 5 minute is because it shows a lot of support and resistance levels on the RSI. Now I usually use the 1 minute, but that's generally like intraday, like scalping this and that. But for the nice swings of the intraday, this 5 minute is clean. I mean, look at this. Look at the top here. All right, look at the top there. Right. Look at the bottom here. Right. So again, you're not pushing it as soon as it taps it. You want some confluence, right? But we know we're on an oversold. We know we're coming up. We're bullish anyway. We have the opening range gap here, right? So what happens? This first 930 candle shoots all the way up, right, on the 5 minute, which is good if you really want to see what's happening. Watch the 5 minute when the market starts opening, right? The 1 minute can shake you out if you especially if you're not proficient in price action reading. But here you can see that we hit the 50, we come back down, we hit the level, we're in 50% of the wick, a little bit below it. This is a perfect buy scenario. Again, I don't want to go on a 1 minute, but you'll see that it does bounce off of the opening price. All right, and then that's my level. I'm already in as soon as it's shooting up. Stop loss is here and then moved. You can see this, right? I gotta move this over. That maybe might help. So this candle shoots down, shoots back up. I'm a little bit slow. I get in here. Beautiful. Stop loss is here first, then it's moved here, then it's in break even after it takes off. After it takes off, meaning it has to make a new high. But you don't really have, the only shift that you sort of have is above this high right here. Not right here. This was a blue candle. Doesn't mean it's a real shift. The real shift happens here when you go above this swing high, because this is a swing high from here and here. In between this 910, look to the left, lower, and look to the right, lower, right? So this is a swing high, and this is our shift, the real shift. And you could have got in, in here, but let's take a look. Well, 1 minute is definitely good for this, but just so you see it, this is all bearish candles here. So but this is a nice big engulfing candle. This is a very strong statement candle. This is letting you know, like, yeah, we're not coming lower anymore. Not saying that's for certain, but at the same speaking, when you have all this other confluence and understanding going on, you are a buyer today. Like, you literally, like, I woke up today knowing I was going to be a buyer. Like, that's how I mean, if I'm telling you what's happening on Friday, right, how this flow looks like, we had this down move already, we pushed up already, we retraced today, right? So what am I doing here? I'm a buyer. Like, we're going up, right? So gotta trust your analysis. But point is that when we shift above this high right here, we do pop up, because right here, this high doesn't break that high, and this high doesn't break that high. But once it goes up this one more time, shifts above that, and then retraces back into this down candle, or just retraces in general speaking, that is your real higher low. That's your trusted higher low, right? But I'm already in early. So if you needed to wait for confirmation, or you want to make sure, then this is going to 1 minute. You'll see it here. But even when you shifted above here, right? We came up. So this, it's hard to explain all this, but you can see this down candle, this 930. This 930 opened up, shot up, and shot down, right? And then the 931 pops above it. Okay, so it pops above it. So that's a minor shift also, if you're talking about the 1 minute. And then as you see here, we pop up here to the 50%. This is a buy trade to this model, to this 50% of the opening range in itself, a model all in itself. All right, retraces all the way back, gets into this last down candle of the 930, right? 50% of the body is no bodies are breaching. All right, yes, it can go below it or whatever, but notice the bodies don't breach it, right? And then the price pushes back up. You could have got anywhere if you drew a line from here to here. You can see the open here. We first bounced on it right there, then we came back down lower, then we came back up, we retraced into this wick. Don't go below it. That's a good sign. Also respecting the 50%. We're also tapping that 1 hour. Look at the 1 hour open of that down candle. Look at that. Look how it bounces right off that, right? So that's the confluence. But if you're still not sure what to do and you thought it was bearish, well, boom. When you get this shift here, look on the 1 minute. See how this high doesn't take out that high? All right, but then we bust above it. Now we busted above here. That's a for sure shift, right? What does it do? Retraces back once, and then one more time for a raid, which takes out that low and that low. That's perfect. That's what you want to see. So that's an entry right there. And it's tapping this last down candle here, as you see that. And if I was to draw this out, I'm telling you, this is super game here. You draw this all the way out, you'll see that we bounce literally right off that inversion imbalance on this 1 minute, right? So the wiping of the liquidity, the shift first, right? The retracing, allow it to shift. You're not going to miss it if you're waiting for this more confirmation and shift. But you get the shift, retrace, takes the lows out, bounces right off of that inversion about to the tick, right? See that? I'm gonna delete it just so you see it. And then you can get it any time. Now, check what happens. Makes another higher high. I mean, you've got order flow. I mean, you've definitely got order flow. This is not bearish, 100%. You've already got your shift. So now it breaks above that high right there, slightly. I mean, very slightly, but that's a higher high. Retraces back, right? Stays in this down candle, this 10:12 a.m. candle. And guess what's in the background? You got 50% of the opening range gap that it's testing. That's an entry right there in itself. You could have put your stop loss right there at 50% of this wick and ride it. Where are we going? Well, we know where we're going. We are already understanding that once we get up here, try to make this simple. You've got this liquidity here. You got that high right there from 811. You have this high right here. You have this high right here, right? So I'm targeting this high for this trade specifically. Now, on the 15-minute, let's look at the 15 minutes a little bit cleaner. Look at these highs right here. This is the London and pre-New York right here. These highs, too equal, too suspect, too easy. So you want to attack that, right? And that's what we do. What do we get when we get up here? We get 1 drive, 2 drives, 3 drives. 100% confident that we're hitting that. Why? Because I know that we have a very high possibility of reaching highs up here. Man, that's so stupid. Why don't they shut this off? You see, we're reaching also these possible highs. These green levels, I'm having it just so you can see their targets. So anyways, when we get up here, right? When we get up here, cool, no problem. Price retraces back. I knew this was a good sell because we did wipe out liquidity here. And then we want to retrace back. Why? We want to get the early buyers right here, or the late buyers right here, I should say. And then we have this inversion imbalance. Take a look at this right here on the 15-minute. You'll see it. You can also see it on the 1 hour. But, and if you did 50% of it, you can see it right there. You can see this, right? See, in between here, in between this space, 50% of that, you can see how we, see how the prices of the bodies sitting in it, all the price action of the wicks and all that. If you look on the 15-minute, you can see it pretty clean. Obviously, I've already got it highlighted. And then this is how I was able to catch this last trade that I took. So I was pretty much done, but I sat back and waited for some real good confluence. This was pretty slow. Price action wasn't fast, but you can see that we retraced. Once we took out that high, we, well, even before it, we took it out first, then we retraced back into it. You can see that. And I also highlight the gap. Look at this gap right here. So there's a gap right there. And if I was to highlight it, you'll see it here. And that's also a beautiful spot to buy from. But the way they got there was real quick. Real fucking shady. They pretty much shot it down with a wick. This wick right here. See how we tapped that? See that level? See that gap right there? So I'm highlighting when I'm doing this inversion imbalance here. I'm looking at this as basically support. We popped up. We come in. Very common place to... this is all balanced price range down here. We pop up and we sit right in there. But I add the gap to the inversion imbalance. See that? Because there's an imbalance here, which would have been here, right? But then I know there's a big ass gap there, so I want to include that, right? So that being the case, I mean, whatever. Even if I deleted this, but notice how the price action sits inside this whole area up here. You see that? So, oh my God. So price shot down and then hit that gap. Look to the tick right there. Perfect. And then obviously we pop up again right here. Nice pop up right there for another higher high. Retrace back for a higher low. Right when we get down here, I decide to take this trade. And some confluence for me was this higher low that we formed as a divergence right here on NAS. So we had a higher lows here, and then we had lower lows here for S&P, and we had lower lows here for Dow. Also, at the same time while this is happening, Dow decides to take out this low right here. They decide to take out the 930 low. So we have higher lows here, but we have lower lows right here, all at the same time while this is happening right here. So this is what makes me pull this trigger for sure. Because I was a little pissed that I didn't take this one. But the way they did it so fast, I was like, fuck you guys. You know, so no big deal. I was actually going to be done, but decided to hang around a little bit. So then, sure enough, while this is happening, that's when we get those divergences I just got done talking about. And then if you take a look closer, how I got entered, again, they did it with a wick. Price does come back down, back into 50% of this wick. What do I have in the background? I also have that inversion and balance I just got done dragging out. And then I also have the opening range gap of the opening price gap of not today of the closure of the opening range gap from yesterday, right there. So look at this pocket of price right here is beautiful. So entrance is already here at the 50%, and then stop loss is here first, and then I move it up slowly as it's taking off above this high, and then that high, and then and break even. And where am I going with this? This is, I tried to play it safe because I wasn't sure if we were going to take out that high, even though I knew we were going to fucking take out that high. I knew we were going to take out these highs, but I took this trade up to this high right here. So look to your left here. I have that high. Let me delete this. I have that high right there. See this little high right there? I have that high and I have that high. So I took it to here and was done. All right. So, which is showing you here. What did we do? We pulled back again, higher highs, higher lows the whole way up, and just shot up and then took these out. And I fucking knew it, man. I was telling myself, I'm like, bro, just hold it, just hold it, just hold it, just hold it. But I left it alone, and then the 2 o'clock candle kicked in, and I was like, nah, it's time to walk away. Sure enough, we fucking shot the rest of the day up until here, all the way to the buzzer at 4 o'clock, bro. Look at these fucking bastards. I knew it. But it's okay. Anyway, so that was super game. Everything is explained. All this price action is below the midnight open. Classic speaker again, and then finishing to the top side for another higher high. So let me see. Is there anything else? I mentioned all that. Fuck dollar. There's nothing to talk about there. As far as what we got going on from now on, this is still tough. But what I will say is that we're super fucking bullish. So as you see, it looks like it's about to skyrocket up there. But that's all I got for you. I got this much out of it when I drew this right here. I got this much understanding, but from here, I don't know. I mean, I know I kind of said that yesterday. I don't know, but today it's like, you know, at this point, you know, this is a nice big ass bullish week still. So we expect it to expand, right? And then wait till we get some more overbought area, which probably might, you know, slow down soon. But if you look at the historical data, it shows that we're buying for the rest of the month. Like the last 2-3 days of the month is when we do a little pullback, and that month is over. So I would expect a nice expansion from now, and man, we should be blasting off for a little bit. So we should be pushing up. Yeah. 100%. Should be pushing up, and then all the way until the month is over, and then we'll close high. Also, one more thing before I forgot, I came right back on to say this, but I'm also understanding that this whole price action, when we had this inversion and balance right here, like I'm already knowing, like when we were already down here and I saw that inversion and balance before all this price action was even here, past 9:30, I see us coming up, retracing back into it for support, right? Number one. Number two, I also picture a classic buy day. You have the open, you have the wick, then you come back up for the body, and then you close, right? So accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? AMD, right? Number three, also look at the price level. Look at the low here for the day. The low is around 678, all right? Now, we've been having 120 to 150 point daily average candle, right? So when it's down here at 678, here's 778. 778 is right here, right? Okay, so that's 100 points right there, right? Now, the reason why I wanted to hold it was because I knew we had another 30 to 50 points extra that we would be able to kick out. And what's above that? These highs. So above 678 is right here. And then where are we at right now as we're speaking? At 806. So that's another 30 points we've hit, right? So that would be your extra 30 points. So this is the other reason why I am relatively strong in holding, is because I'm understanding that the average daily amount of points for the range for the candle is going to be at what it is compared to what the low is. You get what I'm telling you? So I hope this helps you guys. Take care and God bless.